What if one simple physical position could profoundly calm your anxiety without any medication? And what if modern neuroscience is only now beginning to explain a practice that has existed for centuries? Islam emphasized the practice of prostration or sujood over 1400 years ago. Now, science is starting to catch up, revealing the incredible physiological and psychological benefits of this humble posture. Let's start by looking at our world today. Anxiety isn't just a rare condition anymore. For many, it's become a constant underlying hum in daily life. It shows up as stressed faces in morning traffic, endless scrolling on our phones late into the night, and restless, tossing and turning sleep. Our nervous systems are completely overloaded. We are living in a state of high alert, with our brains constantly stuck in fight-or-flight mode even when there's no real immediate danger present. This chronic state of emergency is exhausting our bodies and minds. The constant barrage of information, social pressures, and the pace of modern life keep our internal alarms ringing nonstop. This isn't just a feeling of being worried. It's a physiological state where our bodies are preparing for a threat that never fully materializes, leaving us in a perpetual state of tension and unease. So, what is actually happening inside our bodies when we feel anxious? From a scientific perspective, anxiety is largely driven by an overactive sympathetic nervous system. Think of this as your body's gas pedal, or its stress mode. When it's activated, it releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which increase your heart rate, quicken your breathing, and tense your muscles. This is the classic fight-or-flight response designed to help us survive real physical threats. The problem is, in modern life, this system is triggered by deadlines, social situations, or even just our own thoughts. To counteract this, our bodies need to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is like the brake pedal. This is the body's natural rest and digest system, responsible for calming everything down. It slows the heart rate, deepens the breath, and signals to the body that it's safe to relax. The key to managing anxiety, then, is learning how to consciously switch from the sympathetic to the parasympathetic state. This is where the physical act of sujood comes in. When you perform sujood, you place your body in a posture that naturally facilitates deep calm. Let's break down what's happening. Your forehead is gently pressed against the ground. Your heart is elevated above your head. Your breathing naturally slows down and your body enters a state of stillness. This unique position does something remarkable. It sends a powerful signal of safety directly to your brain. Physiologically, this posture has been shown to help reduce levels of cortisol, the primary stress hormone. Instead of the body being primed for action and danger, it's in a position of surrender and peace. It's almost like a physical off switch for the body's alarm system, telling every cell that the threat has passed, and it is now safe to stand down and enter a state of recovery and calm. There is another fascinating physiological process at play during sujood: the effect on blood flow to the brain. When you lower your head below your heart, gravity helps to increase the flow of oxygenated blood to your brain. Think about it. In our normal upright posture, the heart has to work against gravity to pump blood all the way up to our head. In sujood, this process is reversed and aided. This improved circulation doesn't just deliver more oxygen. It supports vital brain functions. Enhanced blood flow to the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for executive functions like decision-making and emotional regulation, can lead to greater mental clarity and a more balanced emotional state. It's like giving your brain a fresh, oxygen-rich rinse, washing away the mental fog and emotional turbulence that often accompany anxiety. This isn't just a temporary feeling. It's a physiological reset that supports long-term brain health and resilience. But the power of Sujood isn't just physiological. It's also deeply psychological. The act itself is a physical embodiment of humility. In a world that constantly tells us to be bigger, stronger, and more in control, placing your forehead, the very symbol of your intellect and ego, on the ground, is a profound act of letting go. It's a nonverbal declaration that you are not in control of everything, and that's okay. This surrender helps to dissolve mental resistance, which is a major driver of anxiety. Anxiety often stems from trying to control uncontrollable outcomes or resisting the reality of a situation. By adopting a posture of humility, you are essentially telling your mind to stop fighting. The ego relaxes its frantic grip, and as the ego relaxes, the mind follows, finding a space of quiet acceptance and peace. Of course, anxiety isn't something that can be cured with a single action. It requires consistent effort to retrain our responses. This is why the repetitive nature of Sujood, performed multiple times a day in Islamic prayer, is so effective. Each time you perform Sujood, you are giving your nervous system a mini training session. You are teaching it how to move from a state of stress to a state of calm. Over time, with consistency, this process begins to rewire the neural pathways in your brain. The path from anxious to calm becomes more familiar, more practiced, and easier to access. Your nervous system learns to self-regulate more efficiently. It's like building a muscle. The more you train your body and mind to return to this state of calm, the stronger that ability becomes, making you more resilient to the stressors of daily life. The real-world impact of this practice is profound. People who regularly engage in prayer that includes Sujood often report significant improvements in their mental and emotional well-being. They describe feeling a noticeable reduction in their day-to-day anxiety levels. They experience greater emotional stability, feeling less reactive to life's ups and downs. And they report enhanced mental clarity, finding it easier to focus and think clearly. This isn't just about feeling good for a few moments during prayer. It's about cultivating a lasting inner peace that carries over into every aspect of their lives. The consistent practice of returning to this state of calm creates a new baseline, a new normal that is characterized by tranquility rather than turmoil. In the end, it's crucial to understand that Sujood isn't about escaping from your problems. It's not a way to hide from the world. It is a powerful tool for regulation. It is an active, intentional practice of regulating your own nervous system, of calming your own mind, and of grounding your own spirit. It's about taking a deliberate pause to reconnect with a state of inner peace that is always accessible to you, regardless of the chaos that might be swirling around you. It's a profound reminder that we have the power within our own bodies and our own practices to find calm. And through this simple, humble posture, the body remembers what it feels like to be at peace. It remembers how to be calm. Thank you for watching. If this was helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content.